Since the late 1950s, Mulliken's Corvette Specialists in Piedmont, South Carolina, has been your top choice for Corvette repair, restoration, and parts for all models. As the largest Corvette salvage yard in the upstate, we're featured at major Corvette and classic car shows nationwide. Trust our family legacy with over 70 years of combined experience in the business.
Looking to take your business to the next level? You need more than just attention. You need results. Hayden's Advertisements creates ads that get people to notice and remember. From commercials to product ads and campaigns that make an impact. Hayden's Advertisements delivers high-quality advertising for any business. Focused on clear, creative, and effective ads. Hayden's Advertisements helps businesses stand out and get noticed. Hayden's Advertisements. Ads that work. Results you'll see. Get started today.
Is a national event champion in super gas competition, the first win of his career here in Virginia.
Okay, you forgot the Wally. First he's got a water. Water, Wally, same thing. JJ, first time win. How long have you been working towards this goal?
A long time. Honestly, I took a break from racing for about 10 years. Got back into it 3 years ago, so I've been close 3 times. Finally got it done.
Got the job done. What went into the win?
A lot of sweat.
It's got to be tough, right? We're joking about being out here, and you're working out here.
Oh yeah, it's rough, but glad it's over.
Who do you want to thank for this tremendous success?
Man, I want to thank the good Lord, my family and friends, and Scott Duggins with PAR and Trailer Ranch.
Well, there you go. You're first, but hopefully, and I'm quite certain, not your last. Hold up that water. Pretend it's a Wally. JJ Brock, your Super Gas winner. Great job. Thank you.
It's either going to be JJ or it's going to be both. They're both green. Lorene Rogers, Seligman, Arizona. Looks across the racetrack. Punter now staring back at her past 1,000 feet. It is going to be Lorene Rogers. JJ Brock is your 2025 NHRA Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series Super Gas Champion. And Lorene Rogers delivering it in a gift wrap package. 005 green, 10-5, 10 total. You're welcome, JJ.
Yeah, that's right. You're welcome, JJ. Better have that plane ticket ready, because you'll be holding the trophy at the banquet in just a couple of days. Congratulations, JJ.
Fat Rabbit Steak Show coming at you live. What's up, buddy?
Man, I think we need to put out an APB for Sticks. I think he must be out meeting with his agent or something, trying to get a bigger contract lined up.
That's what he's doing. He's probably gonna move to another podcast or something. You talk about y'all ain't been paid. I hate to say it, he ain't been paid either. So we all losing.
I appreciate you letting me come on and step in Stick's absence. I think he's out doing stuff with his daughters. So
yeah.
Family does take priority.
Yeah. It man, I hate the winter times here, but it's time to regroup and get our stuff ready for the 2026 season. I don't know much that's been going on. I notice Hank, we can bring Hank on in if you want, Hayden. Hey Hank, how you doing, buddy?
Fine. How y'all tonight, gentlemen?
I think you was talking about Shady Side. They had a little something going on this weekend. They done canceled it, and I think as far as race results, you was talking about something, Chad, that went on.
Yeah, I'd give a quick shout out to Trevor Jenkins. I think he watches the show. So, uh, like you saying, the weather and all wasn't cooperating. Not, Darlington canceled, Farmington canceled, Piedmont's foot brake canceled, but Montgomery, the World Foot Brake Challenge Thanksgiving edition down there, they condensed their 3-day down to a 2-day. They're again in preparations of the weather, but Trevor, now it wasn't that long ago. I mean, didn't care nothing about drag racing. Now he's willing to travel to Montgomery and send me a text message or a Snapchat message saying he didn't drive good enough to win a single round in his opinion, but yet he found himself in the final round, but did come up short in the finals, but still $25,000 race. Surely he patted his pocket a little bit there, but I want to give a quick shout out to him and good job. I told him he might as well go on to Florida now, but
Oh yeah,
he's gonna put the money in his pocket and wait till next year. So
yep. It's hard to get out and go, but boy, it's nice when you do get out and travel around and hit on stuff. It sure makes it satisfying.
We're not talking about off-season stuff here now. I mean, I ain't trying to let any secrets out of the bag, but I think there's a red or burgundy colored Mustang. I think he's got a little upgrade to the
Yeah, we're gonna be ready. I tell you what, I finally got my motor in my car. Went to Shadyside the other week and got my motor from James Patterson. He got it all finished up for me, and I'm very well satisfied. I did run it on the foot brake and went a 545 at 127. I felt like I was flying, man. That's the fastest I've ever been in that car. I'm looking forward to 2026. Should be a good year.
Well, now you didn't tell me James was doing your motor. Everything James does is fast. He don't have anything. They got a lot of horsepower to it. So
yeah, he done sold the station wagon. It went up the road, and he's got a Pinto that is probably going to be abandoned. He's got that old red car that he had bought, and it's going to be pretty good too, I think. But he's going to be a thorn this year too, I think.
Hey, if James has something to do with it, they probably a little nitrous ball in the back of that red Mustang, that burgundy Mustang, probably. We got to keep an eye on him, Chad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He'll be spraying us on the other end.
He sold the wagon he's running at the end of the year there, the little one.
The little station wagon, the Fairmont,
the gray colored one.
Yeah.
Well, does he still have the big LTD wagon? He used to have it. I mean, it'd leave all twisted up, left wheel way up in the air.
But the little Trina, the Trina, the white one, yeah, he still got it. That's his dad's.
What I was thinking there was some family ties with it. But
but the little gray Fairmont wagon, he sold it. I think he'd about sell anything if you come up there with no money. He don't mind. He don't get too loyal. The wagon, the white car, he's probably loyal to, but some of that other stuff, he loves to trade and swap. And
he does. Yeah. You don't ever know what James is going to show up with on Thursday nights.
Well, I know he stood that Fairmont one. He stood it all the way on his back bumper there at the end of the year. Air got good, but he was running like 570s and 580s with that.
Yeah. Well, tonight we got Super Gas World Champion, NHRA Super Gas World Champion, JJ Brock. I mean, we've ties to him for years, way back. He's, I guess we can get him on here and talk with him and give him some props and see what he's got to think about things. You want to bring him on, Hayden? Super Gas World Champion. What's up, buddy?
You doing all right?
Pretty good. That was a tough 3 weeks there waiting on to see how the outcome was going to be, wasn't it?
Man, it was horrible. That was rough.
I didn't know if maybe Tracy was going to send you up the road or what.
Literally, if it went another week, we probably would have divorced.
Well, man, I tell you what, that's a great accomplishment. But you've accomplished so much, and then we'll get into that here in just a little bit. But you took a little 10-year off drought there, and you kind of had two careers. You've had one successful career, took a 10-year off, and then here you are, just you just don't slow up.
Man, I've been very fortunate with it, that's for sure. And I've had a lot of good friends help me out. Getting back into it. Raper helped me, get my motor and stuff put in, get my car back going, and Eddie helped me find a trailer. So I mean, all my buddies, we might not have talked every day, but they still stayed there with me.
Yep.
Yeah, you talk about that drought. I was watching. I always, follow NHRA and the Lucas Oil stuff, on the internet and watch it and all that. And I'm watching it one day, and they's like JJ Brock, and I'm like, well, that can't be the JJ Brock that we know. And I'm like, dadgum, it is. I was like, when he come back? I thought he done fell off the face of the earth. I thought he took up some kind of other sport. And I'm like, hey, I know that man. So yeah.
After 10 years of doing nothing, I told Tracy, I said, I got to do something.
Well, you done open up the can of worms. I'm gonna start off with it here. I mean, Eddie Pauly claims he needs to have all the credit for what you've accomplished. How much does he actually deserve from you?
Well, I mean, since he's probably watching, I'll say 90%.
90.
Yeah. I'm being nice, right?
You're being very nice.
No, Eddie's been good to me, man. If it wouldn't been for him, I mean, talking about the first part of the first career, or however you want to call it, I mean, honestly, for him to step up and let me ride in his ride to win the Summit deal, I mean, that was a big deal. I mean, because he gave me something that was very capable of winning. All I really had to do was turn loose and go to the other end. But
you're getting ahead of me. You're getting ahead of me now. Don't go too far out there. I was gonna tie some of that in, but go ahead.
Sorry, Chad.
What made you want to come back? I mean, 10 years is a long time. What motivated you?
Honestly, Raper. I mean, he got me in probably, I guess we slot car raced for about 2 or 3 years together. And then he finally got the bug and got back into it. And I guess he done it for about a year. And then anyhow, I never did go. He'd asked me to go. And then finally I give up. I said, I might as well do it. I mean, honestly, I never did go watch nothing. I just went and bought something. Here we are.
Yeah. Well, it worked out good for you.
Yes, sir.
We go into fishing or something there for a while.
Yeah, no, me and Raper, we did fish together for about 3 or 4 years. He was a whole lot better at that than me. So I kind of bailed on him. On that, I kind of bailed out after 3 years. But we honestly, we did good. We had a good time fishing.
When going back to your car, and I mean, when you first came out, I mean, you was trying to run super street more than super gas, right?
Yes, sir.
What made you want to just fully make the switch over to super gas instead?
Well, I mean, honestly, when I bought the car, it had a 540 in it, and so it was. I mean, honestly, just going to be kind of what I wanted to run, like because when I quit, I had my hot rod car. And I figured it'd be close to the same. But then, of course, after talking to Duggins, I always go bigger and faster. And so honestly, it was just a little faster than I wanted to be in Super Street. So after the first year, I just felt like I needed to get a super gas. It fit the field better. You know what I mean? I was kind of in the middle of the field, chasing and getting chased. So.
And I mean, you also get more options to choose from because Super Street's not run at all the national events and stuff too, right?
Well, and that's honestly the main reason. Because, I mean, honestly, when I bought the car, I told Tracy, I said, my whole thing, I didn't think it happened this fast, but I mean, I wanted to win a world championship. So, I mean, that was part of the plan. So, we'll check that one off.
You're actually a 2-time world champion, right?
That's right.
One's IHRA, one's NHRA.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about your car. I mean, you said you bought it.
Yeah, honestly, my dad gave me a hard time about it because I bought it. And brought it home, and I mean, it was honestly ready to race. But I got looking at it, and I didn't like this and didn't like that, so I ended up ripping all the wires out of it, rewired it, put a motor in it, rear end in it. I mean, pretty much did way more than I needed to. But I mean, I got it fixed up for me, and anyhow, I mean, it's and like I said, Jeremy Pearson, I got to give him a shout out too because he helped me. Because I did honestly when I first got it in Super Street, I struggled for half the year. I'd say just couldn't get the thing. It'd be good for 3 passes and then throw out something stupid. And anyhow, finally we got the suspension right on it, and then it got to working. And so I got to give him props to that. But once we got that cleared up, it's been good.
Who come up with a paint scheme?
That's the way it was.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
What I noticed in the NHRA, I mean, your color your tie and suit. I mean, was that to match the colors of the car too?
Yeah, I mean that was the tuxedo dude. I didn't go in there and ask for that. I didn't want y'all to think I'm like that. He's like, he asked about what color my car was. I told him, and then he whipped that out. And he was honestly rude, so I just took what he gave me.
Hey, green's color money. Go with it.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you something. So back in the day when I drove Pooh Bear, it was green, and I did very good in that thing. And finally, I always wanted to get it painted because it looked just horrible. And we finally painted the thing blue, which it looked jam up. Jimmy Raper did a great job on it. But I didn't win a thing in that thing after it got painted blue. And so when I got this thing, I told my dad, I said, I'm going to paint the top of it blue or red or something, but it's going to stay green now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't change it. Yeah. The guy that owned the Winnie the Pooh car, it was Winford?
Yep.
Okay. That was a long time ago.
It was.
Long time ago. Yeah.
I remember when Pooh Bear. Well, first of all, how old was you when we first? I guess when I really become acquainted with you, you was just a kid.
Right.
We was in the motel room. I don't know if it was a rain delay, but was it the bracket finals, or maybe at night? I don't know, but you'd wear everybody out on the practice tree. What was you, about 12, 13 years old then, or something like that? And then it wasn't long. It wasn't long after that. I know your dad was it Barracuda?
Yes, sir.
And you jumped in that thing, and I think one of the first races you run, didn't you win it?
I got down to 4, and honestly had Joey Gary, had him tied. I mean, had him whipped, and went down there and broke out a few thousands.
Yeah. Well, I know you was about everything you drove, you've been very successful, but
yeah, that thing was. Go ahead.
I remember it was a little bit not the deadliest car around, but you made it look good, didn't you?
Well, I did what I could, but honestly, I mean, I'll be honest, I mean, and I can't take all the credit to say I'm that good because I mean, back in the day, I'd go up there. I mean, you was good. You had Rodney Revis, Ricky Crawford, and I'd pick out the best ones I saw, and I'd go up there and watch them. And I mean, I was like, man, I need to do that. My dad would give me a hard time because once I started driving, I'd come back and ask him, did that look right? Was I doing all right? And I always bugged him about driving the finish line. I was like, man, what do I need to do? And he's like, I don't know. Why are you so worried about that? Just drive the car, But I mean, I'd see all you guys going down there and doing your thing, and I'm like, I need to be down here doing something if I'm gonna win. And so I mean, honestly, man, and I mean, and that carried over into even, watching you guys. I felt like I improved. And then, I remember going to Maryland with Eddie, rode up there, and honestly, I helped. And this is a funny story about Eddie Pauley. We're driving, or he drove. Ever how far we stopped at Virginia for him to finish a race up, and we left there and went on to Maryland. We got to Maryland. Well, I honestly told him, I said, man, I'll stay up with you. I'll help you, stay awake. Well, I didn't make it halfway, and I'm back there on the couch, asleep. So we got to Maryland, and I get up. And I said, man, how many miles have we drove? He's like, we ain't drove nothing. I drove 490-something miles, But I'm saying, so we get to Maryland, and like there, I go up there and I pick out Steve Furr, John Furr, few other guys, and I'd go sit in the stands and watch them guys, I mean, because I mean they're good. They've done it a whole lot longer than me. And so honestly, to me, I think paying attention at the track, paying attention to what's going on, kind of picking out, hey, I don't want to do that, but I need to do that. I mean, that's what's kind of helped me get to where I'm at.
I was going to tie in. I mean, I know you said your goal was to win an NHRA championship. Obviously, you'd already won an IHRA championship. But talking about going back to those days, would you ever thought when you was a 12, 13-year-old kid at Ware shows with Winfred, with Ronnie Roach and all those, I mean, did you really ever have dreams at that point of trying to be a world champion at some point?
I mean, I wouldn't say world champion, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I wanted to win, but no, I didn't think world champion. To be honest with you, this year, I mean, even winning the Baby Gators, I mean, starting off the year, I'm like, man, that's a good start, you know. But I'm thinking division, and then I ride to South Georgia and I watch Sherman Adcock, win both days, and I'm like, well, there goes that. And so I mean, I wasn't even thinking about a world championship this year, you know, until we got halfway through it.
Well, that was going to be another question I was wanting. So, I mean, obviously, you had a strong division score. You did finally pick up a national event there at VMP. I mean, at which race, or did you know? I know there was still nail bite in the last 3 weeks, but I mean, at which race or at what point in the season did you say, man, I've got a shot at this?
I mean, honestly, I'd say after I won Virginia, the national event, you know, I mean, like, you can say, all right, I got a national win, I got a divisional win. I mean, and truthfully, I think the only really rough weekend I had that I didn't do nothing was South Georgia. And so, and that which I tell you this, though, I honestly felt like the Gator Nationals, I mean, because I win the Baby Gators, then I'm down to 4, and the rain comes. And so when we finished that at Bristol, I'd literally just taken my motor out and got it put back in, which I'd went to South Georgia the week before, and it was decent. My car was decent, but it just wasn't. I don't know what the deal was. But anyhow, then we go to Bristol, and we made up the Gator Nationals, and I got beat there. And I told my dad on the way home, I said, what's so hard about this is, I said, to get to that, because, the previous year I got at Bristol, I'd run it up at a national event. I told, my goal for this year was I wanted to go up, win a national event, and try to do good in the division. And so when I got close at the Gator Nationals, I'm like, man, and then it falls apart at Bristol. I'm like, it's so hard to get back, to get to that point of a national event, to get it done. And then Virginia come, and bam, there I am, sitting there with another chance to win it. So anyhow, once I got through Virginia, I felt like, all right, we need to try to piece together some stuff to at least finish in the top 10.
Well, and that leads us into Rockingham. I mean, I know me and you have spoken about this. I know you really wanted to be able to have another win to claim right in your total. But I mean, was there any extra pressure there at Rockingham? As the rounds went on, you're like, man, this is helping me out. This is helping me out.
Oh yeah, man. And honestly, going into Rockingham, because I'd honestly had Virginia had rained out the second race, which I'd won first round, so it's going to be a makeup in Maple Grove. So my whole thing was, I said, if I can, if I win Rockingham, I'm not going to Maple Grove. I'm going to take my other claim at Rockingham, just how the cards fall is how they fall. But then I get to the finals, and I have to go out there and turn it red on Tracy. And looking back on it now, I mean, I'm glad I of course, stayed there and didn't waste 12 hours or 24 hours there and back. But anyhow, though, leading up the first race at Rockingham, yeah, I mean, each round going by, I'm like, man, I can't. All right, we're getting there. This is actually going to happen, And then, like I said, when I turned it red in the finals, I knew I needed to win that round to feel comfortable. If I would have won that round the last 3 weeks, Tracy would have loved it a whole lot more if I'd have won that last round. But anyhow, so.
Well, I know some of your friends was kind of in the negative side of things. You probably not going to win it, but I know a little fat guy down in Piedmont that kept telling you, you got it. They got to go win that. They got to go win it. They got to go win it to beat you. And I liked your odds, but like I said, it worked out for you. But I sure was glad to see you pull it off.
And I mean, and the guys that was left in it, the 4 guys that had a chance at it. I mean, I mean, they were tough, and I mean, I was worried that especially in the first race, you got Val. He was actually a long shot. Everybody's talking about everybody else, and then here Val, he, 4 red lights and a bye run. I'm like, yo, gosh, this is not looking good. I definitely needed to win that last round at Rockingham, but like I said, it all worked out. I'm glad.
You was talking about how many races did y'all start and got rained out and had to move to another track? 3?
2. It was just Virginia and the Gator Nationals.
Does that make it harder? You're doing
I
good,
mean,
and
I'll
all
be
this,
honest
you got to
with
go
you.
to a whole different everything.
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, I felt like it's one of them things when, like that weekend for the Gator Nationals and the Baby Gators. I mean, literally, I could do nothing wrong down there, and I honestly felt like if they would have finished the race down there, I mean, I couldn't. I was going to win it, you know. But
you get all jacked up and everything's going good, and all at once, boom, we got to go completely to another track 2 or 3 months later, not next week. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I got to think about it for 3 months. Yeah.
Right. And there's a whole lot of racing there in between them, in between that race, so it is tough.
Have we put the number ones on the car yet?
No, I put the order in though. I told Megan Williams and Jimmy Williams. I mean, they take care of me, but I told them, I said, hey, we need to get them number ones made as soon as we can because I want to use all of them.
What's that don't feel like rolling in though next year? I mean, be honest. I mean, me and you, we've showed our tails enough before. I mean, you don't ride around the pit saying, yeah, like, that's number one.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, it honestly got real yesterday because I got my email from NHRA saying, hey, you've won your division, so you can run, 21, or you finish in the top 10 of the world, or you can run 1. Of course, I'm checking 1, and I'm sending my email. And so, I mean, yesterday, sending that and getting the verification of, hey, yeah, we're going to put number 1 on there. Feels pretty good.
Dang right.
Yeah. Congratulations, too. Yeah.
I may go watch more races just to ride. Hey, that's my buddy right there.
How many miles did you log on your tow vehicle this year?
Oh man, I'll tell you this. I can't tell you that this past year, but I will tell you this. I bought my motorhome. It had 32,000 miles on it, and I've turned over 50 already in 2 years. And I'll tell you
that's a lot of riding. Yeah.
I'll tell you something funny though. Behind the scenes, and y'all know all how this is. But I'll be out there working on something just mad at the trailer, doing a wheel bearing or doing this. And I literally, and I know I look miserable. My wife comes by, and she'll look over there. She's like, why do you do this? Because you look like you hate all this. And, but at the end of the day, when you win something, and like this, when it's over with, that's, what I mean? That's why we sweat and cuss and go on.
And do it again.
And do it again. That's right.
Yep.
Well, going back to what I was going to tie that into, do you ever miss our trash talking days and bracket racing days?
Man, I'm going to tell you something. I will say, so Carolina, whenever we went down there for the, and did what we did down there, that was honestly the funnest. That was good times, just get on there and tell them, hey, we coming down there and we're going to take it to you, That was good times for sure.
And I saw Dana, she chimed in there a minute ago. So, I don't know. I don't know who watches from down that way, but they probably really hated us. I ain't gonna them two cocky son of guns. It was one thing just to go down there and win, but we was announcing, hey, we're coming to win. And by
we literally told them in 08 it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Didn't both y'all go back to back track champions down there in 07, 8, and 9 or something like that? I seen.
Yeah, I went 7 and 8, and Chad went 8 and 9.
Oh yeah, they don't like you down there then.
Yeah.
But now I will tell you this though, in that trash talking though, we had old Mark Milford, Bob, and Thomas Bill. Yeah. That was good. That was fun.
Yes, you do know us too, by the way. So.
Uh, well, coming back after driving a drag, I mean, you drove the dragster, you won the dragster, you won in the door car and all. I mean, when you come back, did you ever have any thoughts of maybe doing the dragster route, or what led you to go the car route? Or
I mean, honestly, I did have that because I mean, honestly, bracket racing, I liked the dragster, or felt like I, was more had more of a chance, I guess you would say. But man, things have changed so much between, when I quit and coming back. I mean, like now everything's good. It don't matter what it is. I mean, it's good. So, but I mean, honestly, when I got out of it, I really honestly enjoyed hot rod racing, and a door car is just fun. I mean, to me, you go down there and win on a door car, it's neat. And the other week, I was lucky enough, Paul Freer and Lauren Freer, they let me ride in their dragster at NHRA deal. And I'm not gonna lie, that was fun. Which I will tell you this though, I didn't realize how fat I got until I sat down in the thing and I went to get out of it. I'm like, oh gosh.
Beverly said she looked forward to every race for y'all when y'all went down there. Beverly.
Yeah, she took care of us.
Shout out, Beverly. You and Shannon both. I miss both of y'all. It was always nice to roll in the gate and use the last ones we saw when we left the track. So shout out to Beverly and Shannon there for me.
Yeah, Shannon gave me, and actually I still have the thing. She gave me a race girl visor because we went down there to run an NHRA Sportsman National they had. And I didn't do nothing on Saturday, and she gave me and Ubob a race girl hat. And man, I wore that thing all day Sunday and ended up winning the thing. And I still got it. It's out there in my trailer now.
Talking about Gallant, what'd you think about the NHRA deal? Did it bring back memories, or you think it's totally different?
Man, I mean, honestly, it was good. I mean, and it did bring back the old days of how it all went down. I mean, NHRA stuff, everybody's in the bed at 8, which I don't mind now. But I mean, so NHRA is a little rowdier. But and honestly, it would have been better to me if they wouldn't have had 1,000 pro classes. That was the only issue I saw.
Yeah. Okay. So you ready for NHRA to start back in February or March?
I think Orlando is the last weekend in February.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. And honestly, they make it hard on us because, I mean, it's going to be Orlando, the Gator Nationals, and then the Baby Gators. So that's going to be a tough 3 weeks. For the working man, it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can JJ Brock go back to back in Super Gas?
Well, I will tell you this. So I hadn't planned on it, but then when I heard ain't nobody done it, I figured why not? We might as well try to get back to back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, I think we can do it.
Somebody's got to be the first one.
That's right.
Good.
Out of them 10 years, I know you went fishing and slot car racing and probably played a little golf, but your family grew and got that little girl. Did I see a junior dragster in the future or anything like that?
Well, I'll be honest with you. She's a lot like me. Like, she's competitive because she did the slot car racing with me, and I knew. And honestly, I enjoy. So I don't think I'll ever get to see that end of it, of her actually out there racing. But the slot car end up, you hear dads talking about, hey, I have more fun watching them do their thing and win than themselves, And so anyhow, slot car racing, I remember getting up there. I mean, I know it's toy cars, but I mean, when she was up there racing, I was pulling for her. I was wanting her to turn the win lights on, and honestly, she did. She did very well at it. And you could tell, when she'd lose, she'd act like me. She'd want to get mad. And so she's got it in her, but I think Tracy would not have it.
Well, that's good.
And my dad, now keep this in mind. Now, speaking of the junior deal, my dad would have probably bought her anything that she ever wanted. And I begged for 2 years for a junior dragster. You know, there was like one other dude that had one. I think it was Casey. And I was like, man, I could beat the dookie out of him if I could just get a car. You know, I just need a dang junior dragster here. And I couldn't even get one. And he's like, if she wants one, we'll get her what she needs.
Them grandkids is different. I'm telling you, they're different.
Does he ever talk about the racing anymore, or maybe running the sportsman class, or doing anything at the local bracket race, or is he don't have a helmet no more, right?
Well, he gives me a hard time every now and then. He'll be like, man, I've been looking at a car, which I think he's full of it, but and I'll tell you one race this year that sticks out to me with as far as my dad goes. I really wanted to win Charlotte or win it don't matter what it was, win an event with him there. And I honestly thought Charlotte was going to be the one, you know, and it just didn't.
Yeah.
Dave Griffith, he wouldn't have it.
How much? I mean, I know you don't necessarily set like an actual schedule, but I mean, are you strictly NHRA or class racing? I mean, do you want to bracket race when you can, or?
Well, I guess it was 2 years ago, whatever. Me and Eddie went down there and run that Galot deal, and that was the plan this year. And then just the way everything worked out, you know, just wasn't able to get to it. I mean, I would like to do a little bracket racing here and there, but it's one of them things where if the NHRA stuff is not going good, you know, I mean, after half the season, you know, I'll bail out and probably do something else. But
well, I guess my other thought on that, I mean, obviously, I mean, I don't know how much changes you'd have to make to your car, but I mean, would you, you know, class racing, trying to get out on that 14th Pro Tree and all that? I mean, usually when somebody has something set up and dedicated for that, you really don't want to mess around with it to go. But do you really have to make much changes from your super gas setup to your bracket race stuff?
I mean, honestly, not for my deal. I mean, I'd literally just tie the throttle stop shut or open and let it eat. But so no, I mean, not really. And that's honestly why. And I'd planned to hit a few bracket races, but it's like I said, this year I ended up being glued to the TV the last 3 weeks of it. You know, wanting to win this world, and then luckily we did have that Galot that was kind of in between the two races, and literally if that wouldn't have happened, I probably would have been divorced. But I had that week where I will tell you this though, man, one thing that, and this is at Greer, Ware Shoals, it don't matter where it's at, you know, racing people are just good people at the end of the day. I mean, you're going to make good friends. And this year, man, I've made friends with Jim Perry, John Taylor, and they have been honestly a great group of guys. And they honestly, they've helped me out. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I think that's what I've missed the most about it in the 10 years I was gone. You know, you take for granted all your buddies a little bit, but then getting back into it, I mean, your buddies are still there, and then you end up making more, you know, and it's just a good deal.
What do you think is, or explain to me, because I had never run quarter mile. What do you think is the difference between quarter mile racing and the 8th mile racing? For is what are you thinking going down the track? You know,
in my opinion, you got a whole lot more time to screw it up. Okay. I mean, you know what I mean, of what you're looking at and going at. And you know, the thing about it is, for me, I'd never done no quarter mile racing until I actually won the Summit World Championship, because I went to Maryland and drove Eddie's car in the quick rod. And you know, to me, you know, you get to the 8th mile, which happens quick, and then it's like once you get to the 8th mile, then it's, I mean, your motor's making a whole lot more noise, and you are going faster, but it's just I'll be honest with you, the more I do the quarter mile stuff, the more I like it.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this, doing the quarter mile stuff and then coming back and doing the 8th mile, it does make the 8th mile harder, you know, because you got to make your mind up a whole lot sooner. You need to have your decision made up back here at half track. And when you used to, your half tracks, you know, down there where you ended. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Man,
I ran quarter mile back in the bracket finals at Bristol. The only time I ever run quarter mile, besides when I used to run at Spartanburg Dragway, and I remember getting to the 8th mile, and I'm like, I mean, it's like I got another track to go yet. And the farther I went, my windows were plexiglass or whatever, Lexan, and they started bowing out, and I'm like, oh no, these things are going to leave me. But I was like, I thought I never was going to get there, and I wasn't even running at like 1090s or something like that. You know, like I ain't never going to get there. I got to be running 175 mile an hour. I'm running 90. You know.
I need to go back and apologize. There's all sorts of Carolina racers chiming in here.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah. You thought they wasn't listening tonight.
Yeah, Lord have mercy. Hate that.
Well, I will tell you this though. Whenever I sat out here in my garage watching the TV, whenever we found out I won, you know, I didn't know I had so many people that liked me. I mean, literally, my phone rang. It rang all night. You know, I was like, darn, I know these many people don't like me. So I honestly figured out either it'd be a good show tonight, or I'd shut it down for y'all, one or the other.
Nah, we good. As long as sticks ain't on, we good. So.
How is it? Are they anything different from the first 10? Are the before the 10-year hiatus, and now do you see where our drivers or do people focus on? I'd say myself, seem like people focus a lot on finish line tactics now compared to back when we run, that they really holding and this and that. But do you see anything different from then to now, or?
I mean, honestly, the biggest thing that I see that's different, and I honestly felt like back in the day, because I mean, and not knocking on nothing I ever drove, because I was very thankful for what I had, you know, to get to ride in. But I mean, I felt like I rode in mediocre stuff until I actually won my car, you know, outside Eddie's dragster. Eddie's dragster would go 5 flat everywhere you went. It didn't matter where you went. I thought that was the greatest thing that there ever was. And, you know, and then once I got my dragster, I struggled with it the first year, but then after I got my motor out of it and took it to Duggan's, got it back, literally I went everywhere and I went 501. I had pretty much the same setup, you know, that Eddie had. And so I would say, and honestly, so then I felt like, you know, I had not the upper hand, but I had good stuff. And I mean, I was decent. Now, like I said, I feel like everybody's got good stuff. And, you know, I know Paul Freer and Eddie makes fun of me because I always go to them and bug them with their weather station. But like everybody's got this big data. I mean, they putting in data and this and all this stuff. And I'm over there lifting my finger and looking at my little Computech handheld. And then I go there and bug them and be like, so what's yours say? What's your weather station say? But, so, I mean, you know, technology, I mean, and everything's coming a long way. So, I mean, I would say that'd probably be the biggest thing.
I mean, it's got to be a big difference too. You know, you run one round now, they might run 2 rounds within a couple hours, then you set around to the next day. And I mean, it ain't like just going to a local bracket race and you're making runs every 30 minutes and stuff like that. So, you know, obviously all that has to play in. You got to have confidence in what you're going back to what you're saying, driving good stuff and having confidence in what you got as well.
That's right. And honestly, that's why I struggled so much in the very beginning, is because, I mean, I couldn't trust my stuff. I didn't know. I mean, I could be going three under or 3 over, you know, I didn't know. But, and I will say this though, doing the racing that I've done the past 3 years, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whenever, I don't think I'd have been as good at it. But I mean, and maybe it's just for getting back into it now. This is just what I'm getting used to, but maybe a little more patience. Tracy wouldn't say I have patience, but I mean, I think honestly, you know, I remember back in the day when I went to the $1 million race, I went with Ubob and we got down there and I ran like 2 days worth of that. And I'd make a first round at 9 o'clock in the morning and we'd run second round at 9 o'clock that night. And I remember going over there and giving him my number and I left. You know, I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you know, so I would say now, I mean, and you know, when you look at it and you look at what the type of racing that I've been doing, I mean, to me, it's a challenge, which makes it fun to, you know, you make your 2-time runs and you hang out with your buddies and then, you know, it's spread out over 3 days, which to me is harder. But it's all in what everybody wants to do.
So how fast will your car go wide open without the stop?
It runs, which I've only ran it wide open in the 8th. It'll run 530s.
There you go, Tom.
Hey,
if bracket racing don't work out for you, Tom, you got super gas on the back burner, man.
I should be able to throw your throttle stop set up in there and be on the money.
I've been trying to get you to.
Yeah, he tells me all the time I need to go try it, but
just remember when you look over at him, he's gonna have number 1 on.
Yeah, number 1, baby.
And a lot of people, they say, people's gonna be after you're the hunted or you're this or that. But honestly, that can play into your favor some. I mean, it's a 50-50 deal, which I feel like anybody that knows me knows that I'm gonna be 80% of the time I'm gonna be good up front, and I'm gonna be able to. I go dead on, or should be able to. So,
honestly, that's one of the things. Like when I look at I guess more so with like stock and super stock, because they have the qualifying sheets, and you look over there and you can look at the whole thing, but the left side's the car numbers and them single digits. I don't care where they qualify, it sticks out at you. Right there's number 6, right there's number 8, there's number 4. I like. I know y'all don't actually have like qualifying sheets, but seeing that number 1 on the side of there, hey, this dude's for real. I gotta mash that button harder or flinch or something other too. So,
well, man, that's like last year. I think it was the second Charlotte race. It was like 3rd round or something. I got the ladder sheet and I had to run on Jeremy Mason. Jeremy Mason, I feel like he's good, and I mean there his got a 6, 9, whatever the number was, but I mean and then he goes up there and wears me out. He's down there wearing the throttle out on me. So.
Does that that's something a little bit different too. That was one thing I don't know. It's almost like I didn't get used to it enough when I ran Jamie's car in stock. He's like, you already know who you run before you get around there. I mean, I know like first round for y'all, I think whoever you pair up beside, but then after that you're on the qualifying. I mean, do you like that? Do you like knowing who you got, how you gonna set up before you do it around there?
Which I'll be honest with you, I don't ever look at it. I mean, like every now and then, somebody will come by and be like, "Hey, you got so and so, or you got this, or here's what it looks like," or they send it to you. I never go looking for it because I don't want to know. And honestly, I ran. I guess it was last year. I went up to Bowling Green, and y'all see my little dog laying here, right, Polly? I don't know if y'all can see her, but honestly, this dog, if you see me at the racetrack, she's riding on the golf cart, so she hangs with me. She's my buddy. But anyhow. We sit there, and I finally rode up there and got the dang. I had to go look at the ladder, and sure enough, man, there I had to run Luke, and I laid there all night, thinking about how I'm gonna do this, what am I gonna do, and this and that, and then, I mean, we had a good race, but I mean, it's better. I just try not to know now. I just deal with it when I get up there. When they point out, I'll say, all right, that'll work.
Yeah, I believe you'd be better off. Just that way, like you said, if you don't. You be laying there all night. Yeah.
Same way with that weather station. You don't need too much data. You just need just enough.
Hey, that's right. That's the truth.
Yeah,
that is the truth.
A racer will outthink itself in a minute. Yeah.
But that's why we do it, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't get. I hate to do pull up the water box and then something happened and you sitting there. I'm like, this ain't good. I mean, because I'm thinking of all kind of stuff I shouldn't even be thinking, and I'm like, once I get up there, let's go. Don't give me nothing. I don't need no extra because I can't think as it is, but I really get to thinking, and I can really mess it up.
But I look at and I think. And all of us have been there and done that, but like I would say back in the day, speaking of thinking, like staging battles or I always like to stage last, and I mean, and honestly, now getting back into it, I prefer to go last, but I mean, honestly, it don't matter. I mean, when I'm ready, I'm gonna put it in there, and honestly, I think now that's one thing I feel like I'm better at. at this point, you know, and I remember getting back into this. My dad, when I was talking about buying a car, he looked at me like I was a fool. You know, and I keep in mind when I sold my stuff, he's like, "Are you sure you want to do this? You know, you're pretty good at what you're doing. You sure you want to sell your stuff?" And I'm like, "No, you know, I'm gonna sell it and, you know, build my house." And so getting back into it, he's like, you know, anyhow, after I've won this championship, he told me, he said, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of wondering when you know, was buying something, you know, you're not as good as you're not gonna be as good as you once was. But he's like, I guess you still got it. So. But I just thought it was funny how his doubt was like, I don't know what this fool's doing.
At least he kept it to himself till you won the championship.
Yeah,
He's nice enough to do that. Yeah.
How old are you, JJ?
42.
42.
He's a baby.
You've accomplished a lot, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
But you know, I want to give I don't know what y'all call them, but whoever did Bo and Noda and Jimmy and all them that did the ads, and Mike Greer. I mean, that honestly, that was pretty cool to watch and see. And honestly, when you sit there and you look back at all that, that does start making you feel old. Because I mean, you know, you think about your wear shows days and this and that. I remember, you know, back in the day, you know, we was talking 5-6 years ago. I mean, now we're talking 20. You know, I mean, we're getting on the other side of it.
I asked 30 people before I could get them to do it, though. That's the only thing.
I believe it.
I ate lunch with Mike Greer today, and Leslie Horn owns Southeast Gasser. He was kind of giving Mike Greer some pointers on how to do better this promo next time. But anyway, Mike Greer, he brought a picture to lunch today. They were cleaning out Miss Greer's car, and it was a picture of J.J. Brock and somebody, and he brought it today. And that's how long. I mean, it's back when he was probably 20 years old.
Yeah, he sent it to me. I meant to put it on there. I wish I'd have put it in the promo thing, but in the video at the beginning. But I got in a hurry and didn't put it in. But yeah, you the little kid looked like.
Yeah,
I think he was on the front of the.
And they found that in Miss Greer's car, cleaned it out.
Well,
it's been in there.
They still have the picture up when he won the summit, IHRA summit. That picture's still up in the office down there at the track.
Really?
Man, I'm gonna tell you this. I see when you won your deal the other year, and just seeing how everything went down. You know, you got Alicia and Mike, and I mean, man, you can't beat. I mean, honestly, when you seriously look back at everything we've done and went through, you know, I mean, like Rayford, I'll never forget him in his all blue jeans. He'd look at us and we'd say something stupid and he'd just look and just walk off, you know. You think about the good times like that. And then like I said, they've all been good to us. And even me getting back into it now, I mean, Mike Greer was loading gas up there for me, you know, this past year. You know, they're good people.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky Lewis brings up something there. He remembers your very first pass. Do you remember your very first pass?
Yeah, I do. I thought my dang foot was going to jump off the dang brake pedal. You know, that's when my dad he had tied the back barrels where they wouldn't open, and the thing it still honestly he didn't tie them open. He thought he had them shut where they wouldn't open, but they ended up sucking open anyhow. And this thing still went 780s. And he's like, "Well, we might as well run the thing wide open now." Because it'd run like 730s wide open. But you know, a funny story to me is, so when I finally got going the first year of driving, so my dad had kind of he'd got dirt tracking. So he would go dirt tracking one week and then take me drag racing the next week. Well, when he went dirt tracking, I'd ride with Robert Raines down to Ware Shoals, you know, and I'd just be helping him. And honestly, that's what kind of got me hooked up with Winford, because Winford worked the staging lanes. And anyhow, it was getting towards the end of the year. My dad said, "I tell you what," he said, if you win the race, we'll race the rest of the year and you get to go. We'll go every weekend drag racing." I'm like, "All right." Well, I went down there and won the race, and I made it all the way home. I'm like, and I know he was like, "Are you kidding me?" But then that Tuesday, man, I broke my arm playing football, and he ended up getting a dirt track race the rest of the year. Good times.
You said you was gone for 10 years. And when the first pass you made after 10 years, what was you thinking?
Well, honestly, so I honestly got my stuff together, and I went to Shady Side. And Eddie, he gave me a hard. He's making fun of me because he said my hand on the steering wheel was shaking like crazy, which I don't think so. I think I turned loose like 13 or something. But he was making fun of me. But I will tell you this: I made like 3 or 4 laps right there at Shady Side, and then to come back, I pulled the motor out and put the new motor in it, and we went to Orlando, and that was my first. And you talking about somebody nervous, and luckily. Because it's 1/4 mile and there's nowhere to dang stop down there. And man, that thing leaves and comes off the stop, and I'm like, oh gosh, are we getting there? And then all of a sudden, about the 1,000 foot, it cuts off. And I'm like, are you, man? I done drove 10 hours and done load this thing up. And it was something in the ignition box where after 10 seconds or something, it would knock itself out, But I mean, honestly, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Get me warmed up for it.
But you have a smile on your face, I'd say.
Oh man, yeah. And like I said, man, which I mean, a lot of people they ask me, they say you just like the speed, the adrenaline, people at work that that's never done it. And I mean, and I honestly look at them and I'm like, no, I just like to win. The at the end of the day when you've worked hard and you accomplish something, you get to stand up there and have your trophy and hold up the number 1. I mean, that's what it's all about.
That's right.
Yep, that's I guarantee you. I'd drive a 750 car. I wouldn't care if I do, but naturally, the faster you go, it ups odds, opportunity, and different
that's
things.
Right.
But
well, I mean, and honestly, that's kind of where I'm at. And like super gas, I feel like I need to be about 5 mile an hour faster, just for the simple fact of when you do sit there 2 days and you come out, and you don't know where you're at. You set up a couple hot, but you need to set up 4 hot. But it's hard to set up that way when you get chased by somebody that's hauling the mail. But so Jeremy Pearson's supposed to be putting together a Mustang. He's gonna do a little bracket racing local. Gonna let me drive it. And he told me the other day, he said, "So how fast do you need to go?" I said, "I don't give a crap what it goes, as long as it repeats, we good." Oh, it'll repeat, so we'll see what he gets put together.
Yeah. You talking about the sensation of speed and all that stuff. I can remember back when I used to work, which has been a long time ago. On Monday mornings, nobody ever asked me how fast I went. Never. Everyone, did you win? Well, not really. But I went fast. We don't care. We just want to know if you won. If you won, your conversation continued. If you didn't win, they just walked off. They don't hear nothing else.
Man, speaking of work, so there where I work at, so when we got a new work order system about the time I started racing again. And so we just had our big boss man was new, to come in. And so I forget exactly how I put it, but we were just practicing putting work orders in for this and that. And I put something stupid in about winning a drag race. And he commented on it or done something, and it was like, you probably never will. And so what is so funny is after the every time I'd win, I'd take my trophy up there and show him, I'd be like, check this guy out. And so when I won this world championship, he texted me and said, I guess work order's complete now. I said, that's right. But, and too, speaking of that, though, and I got to say this about Joey Gary and Dawson Pauly. So, man, the first part of my career, I was good. I felt like I was, pretty decent. And so Dawson was a kid then back when I was, back doing that. And so we're at Silver Dollar. I'll never forget this. And I'd struggled. I hadn't won much. And we're standing up there watching whatever. And he's like, JJ, have you even won a round? And that got to me. And I'm like, man, he don't even really know what's going on here. I mean, I can win. And so then it's at the end of the year, I was at the big bucks race at Carolina, and Joey Gary's like, JJ Brock, man, used to, if you pulled up beside him, you had your hands full. But now I wouldn't mind running him. I remember looking over at Joey, and I'm like, that's good, man. There ain't no love here. But so then it wasn't long after that I started winning again. So I told them both I appreciate them lighting a fire underneath me.
Appreciate your honesty, Joey.
Oh, Lord.
Lord.
That's Joey.
got a womp saying, "Oh, JJ."
That's right.
Yeah, I think that he's trying to chime in under his wife's name, but that's Won't himself, sir.
Oh, well, man. I tell you what, it's been good talking to you, and I tell you what, I know we've had some good times. I one of my favorite. I remember the Ironman race at Greer. I think you run Chad in the finals in the pro,
Yep.
and I ended up in foot brake, won the Ironman, and man, that was a good day for us. But you've always, like I said, you went to Carolina and showed out everything you've ever done. You've excelled, and success has been nothing for you. But I appreciate you coming on here and talking with us. It's been good. I wouldn't put it past. If I was a betting man, I'd say you probably could back that up again next year.
Well, man, I coming from you, and you said that about Chad, and he went and done it. So I mean, I hope I can do the same then. But I want to tell you this though too, Tom. Do you remember one of the first times? Because man, I used to drive down to your shop, hang out with you, and I'll never forget the first time we went and hung out. You took me to Hooters. I remember coming home telling my mom. My mom was like, "You went where?" I was like, "Hooters, eh?" It was hilarious.
Remember the Boston Pizzeria?
Yeah, I do. That was honestly the best times.
Hey, JJ, only thing I need to add to it, and I'm done after this, is I heard there's another guy that's going to start out and is going to run some super gas next year. I don't know his real name, but he goes by like Red Fox, I think.
I quit, then it won't happen. Then I won't go back to back if Red Fox shows up. Man, this dude in El Camino, Hank, he showed up at Carolina back in the NHRA days, and I had to run him like first round or second round down there. And this thing, he would leave the start line and be all up on the wall, And I'm like, well, this is perfect. And somehow he went like 800 feet and 660 feet, went dead on with a 2, and it's like 005 at the tree. And I made a decent lap, but I'm in the way. Well, fast forward 2 months, I'm at Darlington, and I got to run this clown in the semifinals. And I'm like, he can't do this again. Well, sure enough, man, we leave the start line. He hangs it out over there to the right, And anyhow, when my stuff comes off the stop, I'm like, oh, God, this ain't that. This don't look good. This ain't going to add up. And sure enough, man, he whooped me. So Red Fox is 2-0 on me. So thank you for bringing that up, Chad. You ruined the show right here at the end of it.
No, I'm telling JJ, that's the catch you want right there. This dude don't know what he's going to do at all. And JJ's like, no, I think I'd rather run this guy here. I know what he's going to do. I don't know what Red Fox is going to do. I'd rather run that.
Honestly, I remember that because I wanted to run Carpenter. I didn't want to run Red Fox. I'm like, I don't want El Camino.
Yeah. And then the judge lays down something stupid just out of the blue, man.
Oh, anyway. I honestly talked about him at Goliath. I told
Red Fox.
But anyhow, man, I appreciate y'all having me on here. No kidding. Polly, she enjoyed it too.
Oh yeah. Well, man, we appreciate it, and thank you very much. And we'll be seeing you around. I'll be talking about you. See you, buddy.
Good job.
Congratulations there, JJ.
Congratulations, buddy. Well, that was pretty good. He's a lot of, like I said, we really could have talked about some crazy stuff when he got into it, but I don't know if it would have been good. He's had a lot of fun. He's a fun guy, man.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun over the years. Well, man, anything coming up that we need to talk about before we end? I don't know how many more shows we're gonna have left.
Snowbird Nationals in Florida. If anybody's got Flow Racing, I think you can watch it. Or NC Pro Motors got it again tomorrow, I believe. Yeah.
So I seen Bubba Green. I guess that's who I'll be pulling for. I seen Bubba Green there, and
I got pulled for Jim Halsey, winning Foot Motors.
Oh,
he's got his. It's going to be hard for him because them nitrous guys just, I mean, they got to just about blow it up every time they run just to get in. But I know he can run in the 50s. So.
Now, does somebody like Fulton and them, do they go down there and hang around and help them guys with tuning them motors or anything? Or
No,
or
no. What's it? Brandon Schweitzer. That's who tunes it. And then Eric Davis. He's one. Him and there's another guy. They do all the maintenance on it. So, if Gene went down there, he'd probably just be in the way. Now I know Stacy. They always try to get Stacy to come down there but you know right now all them motors is coming in right now, so I know he's kind of tied up with that. But yeah, they do their own thing. Like I said, that Brandon Schweitzer, I think's his name. He's the main man for us to tune up on those things. But yeah, I seen Bubba Greenmaker run today. It looked pretty good. You know, they don't put no times up, but he went right down through there. So yeah, you got to pull for Bubba. Definitely pull for Bubba Green.
Yeah. Well, Chad, you got an ETA on your motor back, or are you just waiting on whenever?
No ETA. Scott did let me know what something was wrong. Something happened to number 2 piston, which he said I had a lot of wear in my cylinder walls and stuff. So that's the downside to running the alcohol. It's hard on cylinder walls, but I know he's got to order stuff. I think, the majority of his work is big block stuff. So, small block stuff. I don't know how much, how many parts and stuff he keeps in supply. But anyway, he'll get me took care of whenever the time comes. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, I appreciate y'all sitting in with us, and Sticks will be back next time. And like I said, what do you got in the works, Hank? Is your stuff ready to go again, or you got?
Yeah, I just went through. I just went through all my stuff, last year. So, I don't think my car needs right now is a driver. And I'm gonna have to look for one over the winter time, and hopefully nobody don't apply for the job. You keep it, but
you still got it.
I got a brand new set of slicks and a brand new set of front tires, so I'll dress it up. I make it look good anyway. So yeah, I'm going to PRI show next week. So if anybody's at PRI show, stop me and holler at me.
Yes, sir. Well, get us some promos, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Any chance I had of driving my dad's car got took care of when Renee won the turkey
trot.
Yeah, that ended that right there.
But I'm kind of like JJ. You got to fit down in that drag strip. I don't fit in that thing as comfortable as I used to at one time. So
you got to do like I did, Chad. Sell it and get one that's bigger. That's all.
Honestly, that's my off season. I don't know how much weight I've lost so far. I know I feel my clothes feel better and all, but I've actually been doing a little bit of a workout program. So hopefully that'll
good.
Pay off some dividends for me.
Yes, sir.
I need to get in on that. I'll tell you, it's rough. All right, boys, I appreciate it, and I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. I hope everybody gets plenty of presents and has a good Christmas, and we'll let everybody know what's going on when we figure out what we're going to do. But appreciate y'all coming on. All we need is a mic and opportunity.
Mic and opportunity.
Yes, sir.
All right. I appreciate y'all letting me be on your show tonight.
Thank you.